for Sutton. Hope you like what you hear. So we were just looking at a calendar, and it is 8 years ago this week that I was in Kathmandu in Nepal, and in India is where I met Mr. Lloyd Williams, a very talented folk and roots performer out of England. And we could say we collaborated on this song. It's called "Oh Lord." It means a lot to me, and it's meant a lot to a lot of people that have heard it. I hope you like it. Someplace else, away from all this sorrow. Oh Lord, I didn't mean to do things I'd done. Oh Lord, didn't mean to be what I've become. Someplace else, this pain I will swallow. Stay with me, pray with me, and I'll follow. Oh Lord, I didn't mean to do things I've done. Didn't mean to be what I've become. Oh Lord, I need to know. You'll be there for me tomorrow. Be there for me tomorrow. Will you be there for me tomorrow? Will you be there for me tomorrow? My first band was called 789 and then Blue Cat Sky, and we wrote very eclectic stuff. I was playing electric. It was a three-piece, and we would do all genres, and we had a lot of fun, and we practiced really hard, and we were a pretty tight band. And when it was over, we had, through meeting a blues man in West Virginia, Nat Reese, and for doing a couple blues songs in our set, they always went over really well. And I just kind of sat home and doing a home recording project of writing blues. And Loretta had discovered a competition for blues performance at that time and entered me, and I took second place and got to go to Memphis. And so it kind of immediately shifted to blues and roots, because it was like, why would you hop off a train that the first time you walked up to it, you were completely accepted? And, so it kind of stuck with the blues and roots for a while, and I love that. Living in Appalachia, that we could I could keep the language in our language and not try to get above my raisin or anything, and it kept it more shooting for lyrics that were timeless. I don't mean the greatness of the art, but just timeless of the when is this song taking place. So I was able to do that with my band, C&S Railroad, for a long, long time. So I was fortunate to get to play in the kind of Ohio Valley through Kentucky and West Virginia regional blues scene for about 20 years. I was mentored by Nat Reese, the West Virginia blues man, Carl Rutherford, the mountain music man, both out of southern West Virginia. And had a great time doing that. I helped form the Huntington Blues Society, which is still going on over in Huntington, and promoting live performance, which is awesome. What had evolved as kind of a signature song for me in my blues set is a song called John Hardy. It's from the folk and mountain tradition. It comes out of West Virginia. It's about a man that lived in McDowell County. This is called The Ballad of John Hardy. Way down yonder in an old coal camp, there lived the hottest man. You know, he always kept a razor in his boot and a 6-gun in his hand. Well, John Hyder was standing by the dice room door, not a soul that knew his name, till that Frankie Joe walked in and threw $5 down, said, deal that poor boy in your game. Well, John Hardy kept betting every hand he had, but them cards wouldn't bring him no dough. So he shot that dealer dead and run off with the loot to split with little Frankie Joe. Now Frankie Joe, he was the hardest man. By day they chased him up the mountain, but nighttime it'd shoot him back down. You know, they finally caught him sleeping in a hillside shack and took him in chains back to town. Well, they led him through town in shackles and chains to the McDowell County jail. Left him sitting there days and days and days. The judge denied his bail. But that Frankie Joe said, John Hardy, you know I'll always be true when I visit you in this dress red. But the day you see me walking dressed in black, it's the day they'll hang you dead, hang you dead. He was the hardest man. Well, the judge said, John Hardy, what you gotta say, boy, before I sentence you to die? He said, Judge, I've been death a many a poor boy, and these 6 guns never told one lie. And when the preacher come visit John Hardy, he said, boy, don't you die in vain. You best drop down your knees and pray to the Lord to save your soul today. And John Hottie said, preacher, I've been to the east and I've been to the west, and I seen this whole world round. I done been down to that river and I've been baptized. So take me to my hanging ground, my hanging ground. He was the hardest man. John Hardy. Well, Mom had not a big, but a pretty heavy-hitting record collection, so it was full of what I would call soul type of singers. So like there was like Otis Redding and some Motown, even like Charlie Rich to a degree, and so that kind of set the bar for not wanting to, how I wanted to try to sing whatever genre, I guess, more soulfully. But she had Dylan, and there was something about that really, the crafting of it. It was, and I'm not one of the folky Dylan people. I haven't really experienced that much. I'm talking like electric up through the early to mid 80s is what I was experiencing. Dylan's way up there. My aunt Karen introduced me to Tom Waits, which was a real game changer. Those two would be the top as far as like singing and lyrically. And then I got later into the Allman Brothers and stuff like that for that just kind of soulful, bluesy style. Here's a song in the swing blues tradition I wrote for my wife called Every Time the Rooster Crows. Well, I'm just a simple man, living my simple ways. Simply put, I hope I'm stuck with you for the rest of my days. I don't need fortune, baby, I don't need fame. I don't need to live till I'm gray and old. All I need is to be laying by your side every time the rooster crows. You know I count you as my only blessing every day, and that's true. Baby, Lord, what could I do if I couldn't spend my whole life loving you? Now in my life I've said some stupid things, and I've done a few stupid things too. The smartest thing, baby, that I ever did was set my sights on you. And oh, baby, like I said, I'm just a simple man. But there's one thing I gotta make sure you know. That's that I thank the Lord for putting you in my world. Every time the rooster crows, yeah, baby, oh. oh. Well, every time the rooster crows, you know what I mean. Woman, every time, darling, every time the rooster crows. It's very kind when people talk to me or say somebody like James Townsend or McKenna Hope, and they're like, oh, you're so talented, you're so talented. It's like, well, thank you, but we work so hard. You're such a great guitar player. I've played guitar for 1,000,000 hours, literally. It's putting the reps in, it's muscle memory, and then it is taking it out live somewhere. If whether you want to be a professional or a semi-pro or not, that's where the rubber hits the road, because at home you can be really great, and it's usually dips just a hair when you get out in front of people and the distractions of a new room and these noises and I don't know him, and practice. Find some people to play with that you can trust. When I walked away from professionally being a musician with my band CNS Railroad and as a soloist, just had to get my act together. I had to get sober. I had to get my marriage straightened out, and I had to get right with God, and that's turned into a lot of testimony songs and a lot of faith-based songs. And this is a song that I just don't even know if I can say I wrote. It just came to me. I think it's a beautiful song. It's a retelling of the Book of Ruth from her mother-in-law Naomi's perspective. It's called Naomi's Lullaby. Thought you left me alone when my husband and my sons passed on in a land far from my home. But now I know you gave me Ruth, and when you spoke these loving words to her, I began to see the truth. Where you go, I'll go. Where you stay, I'll stay. Your people will be mine. And where you die, I'll die. Your God will be my God. And I pray He would punish me if I should ever break this vow, because now you're my family. Still my heart was broken when I returned, but by the love of Ruth you showed me that I still had more to learn. She met my kin, and they were wed. When he heard of how she clung to me and spoke these words, she said, where you go, I'll go. Where you stay, I'll stay. Your people will be mine, and where you die, I'll die. Your God will be my God, and I pray that He would punish me if I should ever break this vow, because now you're my family. turn my bitterness to joy, and placed a special purpose on my life, helping Bo and Ruth to raise this precious baby boy to whom I sing this lullaby each night. Where you go, I'll go. Where you stay, I'll stay. Your people will be mine, and where you die, I'll die. Your God will be my God, and I pray He will punish me if I should ever break this vow, because now you're my family, because now you're my family. When I cleaned up my act and fixed up my marriage, I don't know if I found God or He found me. It was just a big drive to I had a lot to say as a songwriter. I love to sing and I love to play guitar. I love to play lead guitar and all those things, but I love writing songs better than anything. So to be able to go in as a Christian, to be able to write about what I'm learning and what I've experienced is awesome. As a songwriter, it was to walk into a completely different genre with a giant book full of stories to pull from. So that was, I doubled up with that. But I'm playing everything now. Just a couple songs I wrote I probably won't play again on the blues side of it. But I'm happy. So I wrote this one really quick, and my dad really liked it, but when he would come to our shows, either solo or CNS Railroad, I always would joke and introduce it as, this song is called Working Man. Dad is retired now, so it no longer applies to him. He got a kick out of that. So Working Man, number 111. Well, the sweat's pouring down my brow, and the boss man's on another yelling streak. Yeah, the sweat's pouring down my brow, the boss man's on another yelling streak. Well, at 4:59 come Wednesday, at least I know I made it through half the week. And my back is breaking and I'm aching down from the tips of my toes. My back is breaking and I'm aching down to the tips of my toes. At least 4:59 on Friday, it's all bets is off and anything goes. Well, our spirit's been shattered, we're back to the same old grind again. Yes, our spirit's been shattered, back to the same old grind again. Oh, but 8:59 come Monday morning, you're gonna see the march of broken men. Blue collar, forever. So I wrote this. It was my original batch of blues songs. And I was kind of trying to write for Hank Williams Sr. This is called Crawdaddy. Well, I'm your crawdaddy, baby. Find me in the creek on a stone. I'm your crawdaddy, baby. Find me in the creek on a stone. When I get stone drunk, mama, you'll see your daddy crawling back home. Well, I've been drinking all day down at the creek. A woman and a kinfolk wouldn't give me no peace. I'm your crawdaddy, baby. Find me in the creek on a stone. When I get stone drunk, mama, you'll see your daddy crawling back home. Well, I've been drinking corn liquor since I turned 13, and all it ever did was make me mean. Well, that's why when you ask me why I drink like I do, I tip my hat, say, oh, the lady who, oh, yeah. Well, I'm about as high as I can be. Them robins and bluebirds, man, got nothing on me. I'm your crawdaddy, baby. You'll find me in the creek on a stone. When I get stone drunk, mama, you'll see your daddy crawling back home. Yes, I'm your crawdaddy, baby. Find me in the creek on a stone. I'm your crawdaddy, baby. Find me in the creek on a stone. When I get stone drunk, mama, you'll see your daddy crawling back home. Yes, when I get stone drunk, mama, you'll see your daddy crawling back home.